Welcome back to Twice Half That. I almost forgot what the fucking show is called.
But,
It's been that long. It's like, shit. What are we doing here? Fuck.
1, 2, 3. I plead the fifth.
Oh,
I
okay.
got 4.
Well, apparently I didn't hit
recording.
the fucking audio.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
So, those of you on audio, welcome back to Twice Half That. See, I remembered it this time.
Yeah.
If you don't know what we're talking about, jump over to YouTube.
Twice half that's kind of RMO. Forget shit.
Yeah. I mean, if you've listened to us before,
You should
Yeah,
know,
no.
we're retarded. I know we're not allowed to say that anymore.
God damn it.
That really irritates
Grinds your gears.
me that you can't, like, oh, well, you can't say that because I'm soft. It's like, first off, you know, as a kid who had, you know, slight learning disabilities, now that we know more about it,
slight.
yeah, they were, they weren't there. It's just, you know, Catholic schools, when you have a little bit of trouble, they tend to just F you, go off in the corner. Learn it yourself. I'm like, well, you're continuing the lesson. Why'd you put me in the motherfucking corner? That doesn't make any sense. You know, and they did that a lot.
And mind you, it was put you in the corner and learn by yourself.
Yeah.
If I'm struggling learning and when you're teaching it, how am I going to learn it when I'm teaching it?
You're disrupting the class. I raised my hand. I know the rules. What the hell? Yeah, man. Oh, that was fun.
It was short-lived,
yeah,
too.
and I was called retarded, and I just called them retarded back and whooped their ass. And then, you know, when we were in class, cognitively, I mean, they fucked up because they fucked up. And there was, all my teachers were all like, you came into the system, dude?
It's like,
This looks off. Which apparently a lot of kids get screwed over.
Oh, I believe that
A
100%.
lot of kids get screwed over.
I believe that. Oh, damn.
You know, it's all like, no, they're not slow. They are hyperactive, and they're not paying attention in class. There's a big
that was
difference.
a small, like, I wasn't super hyperactive, but I had trouble sitting still in class. I absolutely did. Like, up until I was an adult, like, when I was in college or when we were doing massage, it's like, I had trouble sitting still. It was,
I needed to move. If, like, when PE was in the beginning of the day,
yeah,
I
burn a
was
little
able
bit
to
off of that,
burn
yeah.
it off, and then you could sit there and be like, all right, now I could kind of concentrate a little bit more. And then when I got to about junior year, I'm not gonna lie, my dad kind of told me it helps a lot more if, you know, you fire off a couple volleys, you know, once a week, because then you're not, you know, you're not so bogged down with hormones, because really at that age you're already fucking going at
you're
it.
all
Hey,
hormones.
get some of that poison out, and then it'll make it easier to go about your day. And it did. You could think a whole lot clearer without, you know, literally
Little
just
bit of
being
extra,
like, oh,
yeah.
nigga, you see her ankle? And it's like, literally, you go Victoria, and you're like, bruh, and it's like, hey, man, hey, dude, you were staring really motherfucking hard. I mean,
And
like,
you're just lost.
I mean, you see a couple times, you just seen homeboy like, hey, huh, what? And it's like, dude, you are looking, I ain't gonna put homeboy on blast, but I'm like, nigga, she noticed you looking at her, and you are so deep in
Dude,
her.
you're burning, like, through her.
Like, and don't get me wrong, her rack was looking mighty nice, and she was pale, so you could see the veins. You know, it was a nice side boob too. And I'm like, okay, I get it. It's nice, you know, but
you don't need to glare
bro,
through. You don't need to burn a hole.
Like, you could see, you not only are you
That dude
undressing
finished
her,
3 times.
Yes. And it's like, which in middle school we had a kid, I remember his name. He literally, people were all like, why is your hand in your pocket? And then so, I forgot who it was. They were like, ugh, Oh, what the fuck are you doing? And the teacher was like, what? Hey, man, watch your mouth. And then he yelled it. This motherfucker's... Oh, he said his name. He's jacking off in class. And he's like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. And if you're any of my homeboys from middle school who are watching this, you might know who it is, because he's the same guy that when we were in, I forget, I want to say it was like a reading class, but it wasn't, no, it wasn't reading class. It was in one of the classes for reading when you're in trouble or whatever, and I forgot what room. Actually, you know what? I think it was the, one of the counselor or therapist rooms. And we had street law. That's what it was.
Oh.
It was street law. And we had to do something. And we're out in the hallway, and we're bullshitting. And homeboy says to, homeboy said it to my other homeboy, Charles. He said, he looked this motherfucker dead in his eye, hot as fuck. I'm your bitch and you're my daddy. Dude, they're like 2 seconds from fighting. He said that.
Mind you, let's break that down in case you caught it. He said, I'm your bitch and you're my daddy. When I'm assuming he intended to say, you're my bitch, I'm your daddy.
Now it's time to fight. No, you fucked that up so royally.
I can't fight you anymore.
No, you lost the fight. It's done. No, man, you could have started beating his ass. Nope.
You could have put him in the hospital and you lost.
Those words came out of your mouth. You fucked up. You could stab him and kill him right now, but it doesn't change the fact that
you lost.
Are his bitch, and that is your daddy. And we were, and it was all dudes too. Everyone was crying. I mean, literally crying.
You don't know this about us?
We ain't gonna let that shit die.
Exactly.
We're not gonna let it die.
That shit will last until you die.
For eons, and he's lucky that happened in 8th grade. And towards the middle of 8th grade.
You transitioned where you're hopefully not in school with any of those motherfuckers where that story can follow you.
We were, he was like, no, that's not what I meant. He's my bitch, and I'm his daddy. Everybody's crying.
Like, nah.
Charles is rolling. He got glasses. Glasses are off. He's literally, I mean, if he wanted, he could have beat everybody up. There was like 10 people there, and he could have beat everybody up. That's how hard we were all laughing. He could have literally been striking us, and we would have been laughing so hard. It's like I'm just gonna have to take it because this is fucking hilarious. Like, it's just fucking funny. You screwed yourself.
It's done. It's done. Man,
it was great. You had to be there because just watching it escalate. Here we go. I'm about to say some words that's gonna set this shit off. It did.
Just not the way you meant.
Oh man, that was great. Which reminds me of at not John O'Connell, that was fucking high school. Horseman, they had, it's an old school built in in the aughts, 1903, 1906, 1909. Pick one. And
19069.
Yeah, 19069, aught 3. And we'd have kickball tournaments, and there was a nice, covered hallway that was open, air could pass through, and that acted as, the home run roof. We booting it, boom, boom, and it'd be over there, and we're playing during, the league took place during lunch, and during, PE, you just play. We're playing just for kicks on one of the, holidays or whatever it is, and the principal's walking down. Clearly he's in the field to play, nobody's really tripping, and I boot that motherfucker, boom, and I'm like, damn it, I got under it, and it's just up there. I gotta say, like, and on average, if you played kickball, especially when you're a kid, you can start to boot it once you get older and you start actually participating and working out.
I tried to look it up and I couldn't find the date.
It says it in my fucking yearbook. I think it's like 1909. I boot the ball, it goes up maybe at the very bottom of 6 stories because the building is 3 stories, so you could see, you could judge easily. You know, and it goes up, 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 and then he's walking, and everybody's watching it come down. And I swear to God, everybody who's playing with me literally looked down at him and then looked up at the ball, and then everybody was like, "Oh shit!" And then it literally, I swear to God, he had a header. It just everybody was laughing. He's like, "What the?" I'm over there at home plate. Sorry, Mr. Phil. He's like, God damn it. And it literally crowned him. It came straight down on top. Boop. It was like a header. Bam. And it came up and it bounced. And everybody's like, thought he was going to be pissed.
That's a live ball.
He was hella cool. That's what I said. I was like, oh shit. I was rounding the bases. I apologized. I was frozen like everybody else. Like, that's going to be an out. I like how homeboy ran, center fielder ran towards him, then
and then just like, stopped.
Oh shit! Then hey, get out the way! Incoming! Just like up, yep. I think he's about to get hit. Bow! Yep, he got hit. I'm gonna walk away, so I don't look like I'm the one who did it. And he did that. I think it was Emma did that shit. Emmanuel. He was just like, up. Nope, I ain't got no part of this shit. Wash my hands of it. He did it. That guy over there. Pretty sure. Oh, you douche.
Dude, it's like when we were playing PE
when you play PE. You play
PE.
Yeah. You do.
Fucking when we were playing softball PE, and I was about that close to running into the fucking basketball pole. Because the way the yard was situated in high school was they had like a little...
We didn't have
asphalt.
A field. We didn't have a field. It's a fucking high school in the middle of, the mission.
Yeah, so there wasn't... I mean, now there's a turf field there, but that's didn't exist.
That's for fucking run ball. Hey, and the World Cup's going on, I just gotta say, soccer's fucking boring. It's really boring. Run ball is really boring. I do not enjoy sitting there for 90 minutes...
More like 100, because you get stoppage and all that shit.
For people to just run up and down a pitch to maybe kick a ball on goal like 5 times. Two goals were scored between the two teams. But pass. Shrink that motherfucking pitch. I don't care. Oh, well, soccer players run 7 miles in a fucking game. It's like, yeah, well, why don't you shorten the fucking pitch and they can actually do something enjoyable with the ball? Pass. The Simpsons had it best.
That was fucking hilarious.
Pass. And then on the Mexican side, homeboy's just going, and that's the rest of the world. See, the problem is they don't have any functions that they can get together as a group and do group shit. We do with many different, sports teams and just high school sports and, middle school, elementary school, pee-wee.
Yeah.
We got all different types of, communal play, whereas Europe, they only have, boring-ass run ball.
It's soccer,
dude.
It's rugby, and it's cricket. That's pretty much all
and
it is.
I've heard people multiple times. O'Connell had good players, all-city players, multiple times. Oh, you're just not good at it. Oh, okay, well, try and score a goal off of me. Oh, I defended the ball from you pretty good, huh? Yeah. Oh, why don't you join the team? No, because run ball's boring as fuck. Watching people flop for no reason other than them being a bitch.
It's...
Oh, that's gamesmanship. No, it's not. That's not gamesmanship. No. That's called being a little bitch. Nobody enjoys that. You see many of that. It's like, nah, that's not enjoyable.
And it's leaking into basketball, and you're seeing it so much.
Yeah.
It's
and basketball play, like you look, Luka is legit shitting on all these basketball players because they go, oh, Luka's coming, and they essentially just, I don't want to be posterized. What? Go stop him. That's your job, bro.
And what's funny about that is, like, 2 of the most dominant players in the league the last couple of years and currently are Jokic and Luka.
And Giannis.
Well, he's in a different category. I'm using these 2 as 2 of the most dominant players, and they're 2 of the least athletic players in the league. Like, not saying that they're not
they're
professional.
Skilled. Yeah, they're skilled.
But they're more skilled than athletic. Giannis came into the league more athletic than skilled, and and that's why you'll see teams in every sport take that high risk on that super athletic dude, that really high ceiling but low floor, over that super skilled guy who his ceiling is here, not here, but his floor is here, not down here. So it's one of those situations where I can't teach you. I can help you enhance your athleticism to a small degree between plyometrics and various forms of training in science, even without getting into supplementation. I can increase your athleticism marginally. You will be more athletic, but you're not going to become a freak. Now, if you're Giannis, where you're this athletic freak, I can teach you skills. Whether or not you'll be able to utilize it, comprehend it, have it actually become part of your game, that's a whole nother thing, and that's where that low floor is. But if you do, and Giannis has done it,
he's improved
each year,
a lot.
You become, that quote unquote unicorn.
Well, a lot of people have said, a lot of NBA players have said, a lot of niggas get into the league, and this is a big problem. I'm here.
Yeah.
And it's like, what do you mean you're here? Come on, bro. That's why, after I heard that, I was like, all right, I can't fault LeBron too much for wanting to clear a lot of young guys out. It's not the fact that he wants, I want veteran dudes. He wants dudes who've already learned the game, on top of he wants people
they already
that
know
have
how to.
made
They're
some
pro.
money.
They're pros.
They have made
They
some
know
money
how to
already.
function in the professional leagues. They're pros.
And that's a big reason why he makes sure that the people he plays with also get good contracts. That way he's not worried about, these dudes only being there for that paycheck. And a lot of dudes are I heard the same. I think, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure Shannon Sharp said the same thing. There's a lot of dudes in the NFL that are like,
I believe it.
I'm making a check.
Those are the guys you see that are those high level picks, first, second round picks that wash out after 3-4 years. That's not surprising at all. You see it the only reason you don't see it in baseball as much is because of the minor league system. And so you're not seeing it happen, but they just they go from being a second round pick with high ceiling. You're like, ooh, that guy's a lottery ticket. He could be the next Barry Bonds. But zero work, and he washes out after a few years, and he never even makes it to the bigs.
That's why they need to revamp the developmental league in baseball. They need to totally reapproach the way they do the G League and the NHL, and
the G League
NFL
needs
really
to finish the thought process. It's like it's an unfinished thought, because from my understanding, not every single team has a G League affiliate.
It seems like a haphazard way of trying to keep young American players from going abroad. That's what it seems like. Or it seems like a good way to snake, kind of undercard European players to come here, or Asian players to come here.
And see if you can't
Chinese,
develop it here.
Who else?
Taiwan.
Taiwan got a basketball league. I know
that's
China
where Dwight.
does.
That's where Dwight is right now. Is Taiwan?
Yeah. Does Korea?
They might. They have the third best baseball league behind Japan and us, obviously. Behind MLB and the NPBL is the KBO, which is the third best baseball league. There's a lot of not just Americans, but Latin American players that go over there that don't quite make it here.
RBI, ERA. I'm just throwing fucking acronyms out there. You said all of them.
KBO is Korean Baseball Organization.
No, it's not. The Koreans are good. The Japanese are good. Japanese, literally, we invented the game, and they were like, hey!
It made its way
Come
over
here.
there, due to World War II, really.
No,
It was
I
a
think
little
they
before
were,
that.
It was before they started playing that shit. Literally, I think after we invented it, we started going over there when they started to modernize, and we were playing it, and they were like, "What the fuck? Oh, motherfucker! Give me that stick!"
Because outside of like martial arts, I don't know if there's a ton of athletics that come out of Japan,
No,
like pre-modern Japan.
no, you can't really do it in Tokyo because there's no fucking room. So it makes it real difficult. With just baseball, it would be hard to get. You'd be hard pressed to get basketball courts there just because of the amount of room.
Yeah,
It would be, which is another easy one to do, which is why China was all like, "What?
yeah.
That's hella easy. Throw them up." It's like tennis. Bow. And in America, we usually throw both of those up at the same time. Like,
Yeah,
fuck it,
it's
you
all
can
the
be on
same court.
yeah. Which can be a little annoying, but
Yeah.
not so much if you want to do
Volleyball too.
it. Yeah, you can do all that shit.
I mean, volleyball's tennis with a higher net. All you need is higher poles. That's it.
See, the world needs to understand that we're really good at games, so you should just do it. Like, drop cricket, because that's...
Dude, I love baseball. So I try and get into one of its predecessors. It's not the direct one, but it's definitely something that influenced.
It'd be like that sometimes.
I don't know where that ch was coming from, but it was trying to get up in there.
No. New word. New word.
Influenced.
That's the right brain being all like, "Ooh, I know this word," and the left brain, "Shut up. It's not time for creativity. Sit down." Now, like I was saying, tell me to shut up, motherfucker. It's like, you son of a bitch.
So,
See what I mean? Right brain.
man, chill.
Let me
Fucking
drink some choke.
the one book I read in AP English. I was in AP English. What was that? Junior year, because we were in English together in senior year with Mr. P.
Yeah. Papadakis.
Paniotis Papadakis.
He's a good dude.
Yeah, he was. But in AP English, my junior year of high school, I read one book. I passed. I didn't even bother trying to do the fucking AP exam. I took it, but I didn't take it seriously. I passed AP English reading one book, and that book was Choke. Which
By Jesus Christ.
Chuck something, Charles some shit. The same guy that wrote fucking Fight Club. I was about to say Fast Club.
Yes. Wasn't that dude slightly crazy? Or no, nope. Thinking about Forrest Gump. That guy was crazy. Legit,
Really?
yeah.
I read the second book of that.
What is it? I want to say Lost in Adaptation on YouTube. Look up Lost in Adaptation Forrest Gump.
Really?
Yeah. And the book is nothing like...
I read the second one.
Parts of it, you're like, oh, yeah, the second one's fucking crazy.
Yeah, because it basically follows him and his son going around the country.
Yeah, which is, it's the second one to the book and Lightweight the movie. So it's like, you're deranged. But that's the great thing about America is if you're fucking really crazy, you can make a lot of money. Kanye West.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're, well, actually, we've known if you beat your kids or your wife, those people tend to be successful. Hey, John Lennon yelled in his son's ear so goddamn loud that he made him deaf in that ear.
That's nuts.
John Lennon was a major piece of shit to his kid. And listen to the, "We just need peace and love." Like, you're a fucking little piece of dirt. Like, he is such a turd. Lennon's kid went up to Paul McCartney and said, "I wish you were my dad." How do you respond to that? Like,
I might be.
thank you? No. Paul's all like, "I'm smashing hell ass, nigga. I don't know what to do. You touching bitches like Yoko Ono, nigga. I ain't touching None of yo chicks. Even if they look normal, if they like you, I'm cool. I'm cool. I don't know what they're into, but I'm cool. I don't give a fuck what it is. It could be the best pussy in the world. I'm cool. You into that? Whatever is into you, I'm staying the fuck away from. And then I love how the Beatles are on stage. They're like, we're on stage with fuck Chuck Berry. It's fucking amazing. Listen to him play. Chuck Berry's over there, you know, he's doing his shit. This nigga looks over and sees Yoko Ono with a mic, and this bitch is over there. Chuck Berry's like, what the fuck? The motherfucking sound engineer. Where's that bitch's mic? Where's that bitch's mic? Cut her. Like, oh man.
And that was her fucking music, her quote unquote music.
Someone said that they've heard her sing, like actually try and sing. And they were like, it's not that bad. It's, you know, it's not the best in the world, but it's not that. Like, she made a rap song, legit. Have you seen Madonna?
Fuck did I not hear about
Have you
Yoko
seen
Ono doing
Madonna?
a rap?
Have you seen Madonna?
Like 6 months ago.
Dude, stop with the plastic surgery.
Just age gracefully, yo.
You would have been cool.
Like,
You would have been cool. You know, you were old school slut. Just write it out, man. You know, maybe, you know, you could do a little bit.
Find a recent picture of her.
Look up Madonna, legit. Look up Madonna. It's sad. Remember, in an interview, they asked Vanilla Ice, oh, so you slept with Madonna, right? And they were like, how was it? And he goes, I mean, it's not like she got a golden pussy. That's real shit. You know, I mean... Oh God, poor Madonna. But Hollywood will do that.
Fuck.
But yeah, dude. Yeah, you look at it.
She
looks
doesn't
creepy.
even look like her anymore.
She looks like
She got rid of her fucking.
What the hell's her name? She looks like I was gonna say Katie Couric. God damn it, not Katie Couric. What's her name?
Like,
Heidi Klum.
how do you go from that to that?
She looks like
She
Heidi Klum.
just fucking.
She looks like an alien. She looks.
Yeah.
She looks like Heidi
Dude, she
Klum.
does. She looks like a gray. Her head is the
Yes.
same shape as a gray now.
Yes. She looks like Heidi Klum when Heidi Klum dressed up as Jessica Rabbit and had like that
Dude, like,
super plastic.
How do you go from
on.
that, where there's actually shape to
I don't
her
know,
face?
but she looked like she did some shit to her boobs. So
that doesn't
find one
surprise
with her
me.
boobs. No.
Her boobs.
Her boobs. Yeah. Did she get some? Damn, man, dude.
Like
Look
that
it up.
is like it's like you clearly still got work done, but it's like you could see you aged.
Just you don't
But
even look
that-
like you, dude. Just keep.
She looks like look up a picture of her now. She
She
literally
Gina
looks like
Gershon. In that one picture where the side by side, she
Oh.
looked like Gina Gershon. She didn't even look like herself.
but it's like she look like her head shape is that of a gray.
Yeah, legit.
It's like a teardrop.
Or think of
It's like someone took her chin
what is it?
and just stretched it
Picasso?
out.
The yelling dude on the fucking highway. Oh, that guy. That's what her face shape looks like. She looks like
Kind
that
of, yeah.
motherfucker.
Is
Like,
that is that
damn,
Picasso?
dude.
Yeah, I think it is.
Stop. And Natalie, Nicole Kidman. Stop. You're good. You're hot. You always were hot. You were hot before you got work. If you would have aged, you know, naturally, you would have been.
And that's the thing.
hotter.
A lot of these
You'd have been hotter than you are now. Not knocking the boob job, because you know, you got good quality work done. Those looked great. Whatever fucking thing that was, good job.
But it's like a lot of them don't realize that if you just take care of yourself and age gracefully, I'm not like if you're worried about your beauty, have a nice regimen going, of like moisturizer and all that shit, and just let it happen naturally, and you'll be cool. It's when you start getting all this work done that you look like a different person, and not in a good way.
Like Kathy Griffin.
Yeah.
Like, oh, dude, it's too much work. You look
And it's like
fucking scary now.
You
Just
look
work
at a lot
out.
of
That's all you got to do. The older you get out, muscle.
You just gotta keep working out because your skin does lose some elasticity. That's natural. So if you work out a little bit and if you have a solid diet and you take the right precautions using some sort of skincare regimen, you can not nullify, but you can lessen the effects of it. and you can maintain that and age gracefully and actually look like a normal human being.
You can also, if you got money, come up to the bay and get your blood transfused with 18-year-old blood, which will revitalize your collagen.
The Keith Richards?
Your, your telomeres, which are very important because they determine how long your cell lives. So that's very important. Do that. You're
and that's not just the bay, honestly.
There's blood.
There's that in other places.
It started here. So fuck everywhere else. Come here and get it. Contribute to my economy. And that totally threw me off. There was someone else I was gonna say that needs to slow down on it. And it's like just
there's a lot of people.
Man.
Look at Lindsay Lohan.
Has she gotten a lot of work done?
Not a shitload, but you can tell. I mean, in all fairness with her too, she did have her drug issues, which that takes a...
Yeah, you don't do dope.
That takes a toll.
It does. Dope it's... Whoo, that shit'll fuck you up. Yeah, she did get a decent...
She got, like, her cheeks filled and shit like that.
That's the problem. Her mom and her mom kept her out. Hey, let's get fucking high. Let's go to the bar. Let's do this. Ooh. Damn. Yeah, that's fucked up. If you're a young starlet, remember this. Alcohol ain't your friend. Coke ain't your friend.
Meth ain't your friend.
Ooh, yeah, meth really ain't your friend. Pills ain't your friend.
Your friends ain't your friends. Like,
legit.
Real talk. Like,
there's an old song.
Most celebrities, those that call them, unless they are your true ride or dies, unless they're your true friends that you've known since you were 3 motherfucking
unless they've been in the business for a really long time and almost are cemented in like a fucking Kurt Russell, that motherfucker, I'd love to meet that dude. Be like, tell me stories of when your dad owned that goddamn minor league team.
Did you watch that documentary?
Yeah, I did.
That was... Oh,
awesome.
I showed...
Yeah, you told me and we watched it.
We watched it in the truck.
Actually, we did watch it.
Yeah, we watched it in my Tahoe.
We were supposed to be working.
At a hospital.
Yeah, and it was dead. We told these dudes, hey man, there's nothing to do. We've been here like a million times. They got shit they gotta do. They're not gonna come up here. No, that wasn't at the hospital.
No, it was at the hospital. No, we watched it at the hospital, but not that hospital. The one in the city right by the Haight. Right on the other side of Fell. Because we were parked right alongside the park.
St. Francis?
Yes. We were parked right alongside the park. In the Tahoe. In my old Tahoe.
Oh yeah, huh? Yeah, it was good times. Dr. D, you're a dumbass.
You're an idiot.
Fucking
idiot. But yeah, we were watching the fucking documentary on it. Battered Bastards of Baseball.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's if you have any...
If you like baseball,
liking of baseball at any level, check it out.
Kurt Russell,
or
watch
Kurt.
it.
His dad bought the independent baseball team in Portland, Oregon, and basically just had open tryouts because they were no longer affiliated with the major leagues, but they're still in the same league. And he just had open tryouts. And Kurt, who actually was a professional, he was drafted to play baseball. He was a switch hitting, I think, second baseman. So he had played up to AA. And decided to hang it up because it just wasn't panning out. Like he clearly was a good baseball player, but it wasn't that good. So he went up with his pops and played for them for a couple years. But
awesome.
They are like they were basically the Bad News Bears. Mm-hmm. At a AAA level, at a high level, they were the Bad News Bears. They just had open tryouts, had a bunch of guys come out there, a bunch of beer drinking, womanizing dude. I don't know if they were really womanizing. I'm talking shit.
But fucking crop dusting ass sons
yeah.
of bitches tell you that. Crop dusting is when you fart
and
then
walk.
You walk by a bunch of people so they have to smell it. And yeah, you'll do that to people. It's fun.
That, or you can do where you're walking down the street and you're dropping landmines.
Take that. Take that. It's just not cool when you're giving a massage and then someone just burnt. It's like, come on, nigga.
Dude, I had one at the airport where, at G-side, so...
Tickled the G-spot and a little bit of prom came out?
No, dude, I had it was an older dude, and clearly, you could tell he was like, oh, you're going to be doing the massage shit. you know.
Yeah, bitch, you better specify, motherfucker.
Well, not just that. I'm only a massage therapist there. We're not calling someone over because you want a female. So, he didn't say that he wanted a female, but you could tell by the reaction.
He's like, oh,
He was like,
damn it.
oh, fuck. And he wanted a table. So, had him go in the room, get set up. Boom. Working.
Oh, you
Working.
son of a bitch.
Dude. Working. working. He's like, all right, I think we should just end this. I gotta go.
Yeah, we should end it. Go fucking
like,
end that.
damn,
man.
bro, that room fucking...
Them old man farts, too.
Yeah.
That's just pulling the stink off the walls.
Bro, and so, for everyone out there, because none of you fucking know this, the room at G-Side was like a fucking icebox. That thing was cold.
His
After
ass
20
gas
minutes in
heated
there,
that shit
it was
up.
not fucking cold anymore.
It's one of those, hey man, we're gonna have to end this goddamn massage. I can't be doing this shit. It smells like shit in here, man.
just
Done.
just
Oh,
like
that's fucking hilarious.
strong, like they were like I'm not so sure a little bit didn't come out, and that's why he was like, oh, I gotta go.
Oh, that sounded wet. Hey, motherfucker, you better leave the house with some Depends on. You know, fucking.
Or let's
A.
not go get a table massage when you like.
Fucking A, man.
Yeah, and it's like if I remember right, they did start getting a little more aggressive too. Like, yeah, he was gonna have to go release the demon. That motherfucker was opening up and releasing the motherfucking Kraken.
I hated shitting at the airport.
Oh my God.
You don't get an employee bathroom.
There is no. Well, you would have to go
share.
downstairs.
That's
like
too much.
Yeah,
It's too much. You're fucking walking 2 miles to go take a shit. I'm like,
Just
no.
clenching the whole motherfucking way.
My morning constitutional and my afternoon constitutional. I've had to shit at the airport like twice, and let me tell, and it would be during the busiest time of the motherfucking day. I was like, oh, my stomach. Went in there and just, the one caveat is when you do it, there's usually other people straight.
so it's masked.
And you're like, all right, cool.
That's made me think of that fucking video of the dude in the classroom who drops his binder to try and cover up the sound of his fart, but the binder hits, and then like you're supposed to time it when he fucking hit.
Fucking retard.
Like you're
Damn, dude, you have one job. You have one job.
and it's just like
Tard. Effing tard. I will say, though, I am glad I have never shat my pants as an adult.
no, not since I haven't shit my pants since I was in diapers.
I've had to do it twice because of
Extenuating circumstances.
I made it to the bathroom. Someone else made it before me. And it was like, oh no. Oh crap. And when you're like fucking 8 or 9, you're over there like, solution! Solution! Oh my god! Solution! I was like, uh-oh. Thank God I wore tidy whities, because that would have been
One of the few times it's great to wear briefs.
That would have been a situation. That would have been a situation. Although the next time I fly, a long flight, I may have to do what that old lady said to do. Buy some Depends. Because she was like, let me tell you, pissing yourself as an adult, it's not fun. She said, let me tell you that shit. And this is back when they were like, everybody was getting stuck on the tarmac for like 3-4 hours. What the fuck, man? And she's like, dude, you have got to let me go to the goddamn bathroom. They're like, bitch, sit your old ass in that seat, you 60-year-old bitch. And it's all like, damn, nigga, I'm only 60, motherfucker. That's not that old. Slap. And then she pissed herself. No, but she had to sit there for quite some time. And she said her and, a couple other people fucking pissed themselves. And I was like, wow, that is fucked up. And
It's like that plane that fucking was sitting on the tarmac and the toilet was clogged.
oh,
And it was
yeah.
fucking.
Out of
It was.
yeah.
It was like backflowing.
If I'm the pilot, I'm telling him, "Hey, look, we're offloading this motherfucker right now." Like,
Whether or not you
no.
like it, it's happening.
Yes,
This is an emergency situation.
for real. Soul plane, motherfucker. Snakes on the plane. They really did have some snakes on the plane.
The brown snakes.
Yep, you ain't want one of them. They don't
Only
bite.
time the Browns have ever been to the Super Bowl.
Browns suck. You know who really sucks?
Deshaun Watson.
You know who really sucks? The motherfucking Broncos, bro.
Dude, did you see?
Did you see the performance that fucking beat them? Did you see what the fucking quarterback did? Oh god, it was like what, 9 for fucking 20 something?
The defense did everything it needed to do.
That's like, man.
Did you see the
Russell,
defenseman?
what
I didn't
the
even see
fuck
who
is
was the
wrong with
defenseman.
you?
I think defensive lineman come off the field and get in Russ's face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he's fed up with his shit. I was
doing?
reading somewhere and someone was saying, like, a former player was, former Bronco, I think, who had been released or something, was saying that part of the reason the Broncos offense is so stagnant is nobody knows the audibles because Russ is using Seattle's audibles.
It's like, learn our audibles, you fucking
You can't just
moron.
say shit out and expect us to know what the fuck you're trying to do.
November, 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 and it's all like, I don't know what November is, nigga.
Hike it, I'm just...
Fuck it. Tell me where to go. Just let them know. Just tell me. It's better than what the fuck is happening. Even the defense is all like, they don't know what that is. Like, dude,
So,
he's a moron. He's a legit moron. Maybe they were right. Maybe Sierra was a hermaphrodite and she'd be pounding the fuck out that dude's butthole and he can't think anymore.
well, you'd think that would have affected him in Seattle, too.
Nah, I was working up there because it was cold.
Because it's not cold in Denver.
Nah. Nah, really, the air is thinner.
Yeah.
So when he leaves Denver and he plays, he can't recover. Now, I don't know what the fuck his problem
Dude,
is. He's stupid. I really think that he's a baseball player that thought that he was a football player. I think he really should have been.
It's like he has all the
in-
ability to be a quarterback, except for right now it's showing he doesn't have it upstairs.
He doesn't, and it clearly goes to show you that.
And now
Pete
that he's
Carroll-
not quite as athletic as he was 4, 5, 6 years ago, he can't do the same stuff he used to be able to do, where he scrambled around, basically schoolyard football. Scramble, scramble, scramble. Oh, one of my guys got open, throw it. Or scramble, 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 I'm gone. He doesn't have that same foot speed anymore.
He doesn't.
He can't. It's one of those things that
And he
does
can't
go
and
away.
If you can't learn their fucking audible,
And that's when I'm like,
what the hell?
if you know the playbook that they're using, you know the call signs for the audibles.
He's
Why are you using? Or how about this? If you're so hell bent on using Seattle's verbiage for the audibles, why don't you let everyone else know what the calls are?
Or don't do that and learn your new team's shit. It ain't that difficult. Man, I'm every time I look over here, this moves. And I'm such
Ooh.
a fucking monkey that it's like I keep my eye here and I'm talking to you, so I'm like, I'm not gonna look at that. I gotta like turn and look at you. It's like fuck.
It's alright, I catch myself staring at it sometimes, like just sitting here. It's like,
If you haven't seen See No Evil, Hear No Evil, I highly suggest that
a
you
good
watch
movie.
that movie.
That's a good movie.
Because Richard Pryor is blind and
Gene Wilder is deaf.
yeah. So
Mind you, so just off top, knowing that those are the two main characters, you should know this movie's gonna be
It's
fucking hilarious.
fucking
Those
hilarious.
are two funny motherfuckers.
I'm not even going to give the scene away because it's too funny. It's too fucking funny. Go watch it. Seriously. You need to watch it because
Yeah.
it is hilarious. What the fuck did I do with that goddamn pen?
Oh, I thought you were looking for your phone.
No, my phone's right there. I love when you're on your phone and
Yeah,
it's like
I've done that.
You're like right here and
I'm
you're
like,
all
where the fuck is it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Some motherfucker steal my goddamn phone. I'm about to beat that.
The best part is
I'll
when
call
the
you
person
back.
on the other end is like,
Aren't you talking on it? No, I got my headpiece in. I gotta call you back.
dude, I had almost a moment of that this morning when I was leaving, looking for. Yesterday morning. Yesterday morning.
Buffering.
When I was. What is that thing going around now where everyone's, or where the conspiracy theory that certain celebrities are like robots or some shit like that because they're glitching?
It's like they're glitching because they're high,
Or they're overworked.
or they're drunk,
Yeah.
or they're bored and they don't fucking want to be there. Being on a press junket has got to be boring as fuck. This is what you're doing, and then they come in, same question, same question,
You
same
get
question,
asked,
same question.
you have like fucking 30, 15-minute interviews, and 99% of the questions are the same.
like
You'll
this
have that
is boring.
one person who comes off the wall with some crazy ass shit, but the rest of them are all the same. Maybe
And I
configured
know
slightly
this
differently.
because I've been to like -5.
Maybe configures life.
Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck you tried to say there. but
Configured.
sure. The fuck this nigga just say to me? Fucking Farmer Fran and shit. He's well, he likes to see me naked. Okay, just fucking leave me alone.
That's cool. Okay. No, how much you making?
Fucking animaker.
That's why Dad named you Joe Dirt, not No Maker.
I wish Adam Sandler would make good movies again.
Yeah, where he was like the raving dumbass. Those were great.
Not even that. Just
Yeah.
make a good.
Make another Airheads.
I'll take another Grown Up. Grown Ups wasn't that bad. It
Yeah.
wasn't so much my cup of tea, but do or do something else with where you show off some range. I'll do that. I'd take that. That'd be cool. I'd like to see him for like an episode or two if there was good writers. Him as a Starfleet captain.
With the right writers, I could see that.
Semi-serious, and then when he's off, when he's literally off, he's not doing it, someone else is running the ship, it's all like, dude, the fucking captain is awesome. We're doing all this dorky shit, and you keep Adam Sandler, and then on a dime, he switches, captain, and then it's in captain shit. And that's when you see, okay, all the friendship falls away, and now we're back to doing our job.
Well,
that would be
for
good.
that too. You'd have to have an adequate Star Trek vessel.
Nigga, they're trying to get rid of Indiana Jones with what the hell's her name? Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Who?
Exactly. Who? I love how
I don't even know who the fuck that. I gotta look it up now. I don't know who the fuck that is.
Instead of making these women, I don't know, bulk the fuck up for roles where you're gonna be doing physical shit. Anything you do where you're gonna be fighting a man, doing anything against a man,
What'd you say her
or
name is?
even Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Oh, there we go.
You need to have some type of physicality. If your
Okay, she's a
arm
British actress.
is yeah,
What the fuck is going on?
It's
Man,
like an actress, but slightly different.
just trying to figure out what the fuck she's been in.
Nothing. It's like, who is she? She's nobody. She's nobody. That's who you pick.
She's won 3 Emmys and some Golden Globe. Who the fuck?
Yeah, those awards mean absolutely.
She was in
fucking
Solo
nothing.
apparently.
She
was a droid.
Another garbage movie.
She was a droid though, so she wasn't even.
Yeah, she wasn't. She didn't even have to do voiceover work. It's garbage. First off, anything Disney makes and has made, other than Pixar, it's lazy. They don't give a fuck. They're just gonna go after the low-hanging fruit, and
it's all British stuff other than.
Yeah, she's gonna replace Indy. If some people, there's a dude on YouTube who's named Doomcock, and apparently, yeah, it's his whole little shtick. He's like a fucking villain. And people, he's been reporting, bitching about the state of Star Wars and all that and all this other shit. and people have reported to him.
Antonio Banderas is gonna be in it.
Purportedly, who?
Antonio Banderas.
Yeah, it's like, and he's another one. He said he wanted Tom Holland to be the next Zorro. How about we have? Can we at least get some fucking Mexicans up in, a Mexican fucking folktale?
Curator.
The first
What the
nigga,
fuck
you
is...
need to
Bro.
go drink some alcohol. You got some Irish in you, and you're devoid of alcohol. You need to get some alcohol in you.
What the fuck?
That's why you ain't working anymore. Your engine is alcohol based. You ain't putting none in there, so it's over there just.
I feel like I do need to go take a fucking shot after that. What the fuck is going on today?
I tell you, we will. I'm not kid that person. It's like, what the fuck is this dude? You know what? He didn't do it. Go find someone else. I don't even want to deal with him. Go over there. Go over there. No, don't pick up your fold. I don't want to smell that again. Get the fuck out of here.
Dude,
I don't even know where you're trying to go with that.
I completely lost my train of thought.
But yeah,
I don't even remember what the fuck we were talking about,
so
honestly.
What?
Reportedly, I know what I was trying to say. A Mexican character. Zorro was
he's Mexican. He's legit.
That's what I was trying to say.
And I'll give you.
Just
I'll give you because of the time that it was.
Shit.
You had a Spanish broad who's Welsh. You had
a Spanish actor.
A Spanish actor who's Mexican. It's close enough. Then you had a nigga. You had a legit Brit playing a fucking Mexican. But you want to know what? I don't care. I'll take it. I liked it. Fucking what's his name?
Anthony Hopkins. Sir Anthony Hopkins.
Sir Tony Hopkins did a fantastic job. And it's like, yeah, oh, God damn it. All right, I accept. But what I was thinking when I was doing a massage earlier is I want to see period pieces where it's all like we're doing like a massive, huge popular part of Chinese history. Every Chinese dude is black. So it's like...
Dude, that would piss China off so much.
Yeah, that's why I want to do it, because they don't like black people. And be like...
oh my God, the government would be so hot.
And then you do British history.
You would have to produce that yourself, though, and put it out yourself, because no movie studio would touch that shit.
The funny thing is, Chinese people might be like, what the fuck? Click.
Yeah,
and they'll love it.
A Chinese person will be like, click.
Oh,
the Chinese government would lose their shit.
This wig. What? Shirwandi wasn't black? And you have one of... You have fucking Wu-Tang come in, hoa, nigga. Because, Niga is like, so that'd be hilarious. There's a bunch of shit that it just, come on, it's funny. And then do the same for British history. You just literally have them speak Japanese. So you're like, what the fuck is going on? Just totally like, shit, they did this.
So basically, make your own version of wrong-sounding Muppets.
Yeah, just
but with wrong history.
That is totally what? There were no samurai in America during. What the fuck is going on here? Doesn't make any goddamn sense. Yeah, Dad, just don't think about it. Nigga.
Just sit back and enjoy.
That would be great. But yeah,
blah, blah.
Apparently one of the endings to what the fuck is it called? To Indiana Jones 5 or 6 or whatever the hell it is.
5. I just looked it up.
They're gonna go back in time. To
no
Roman times. Why do that? Then they're gonna jump forward in time to 1933, but then go through all the shit that Indy went through during his life. Hook up with young Indy, so you have young Indy there and old Indy there. Why? Then young Indy's like, I'm gonna fucking give my life up for this random bitch. Oh, here goes my hat. You can have it. Oh, I'm dead. And then it's all like, well, since the young you died, you stupid little bastard, that means I'm gonna fucking die. And that means now this random fucking bitch.
But see,
who wasn't
if that's the case, none of this shit ever happened, because if old him is the one that went back in time, that's where you get into that paradoxical shit.
It's stupid.
Because if old him is the one that went back in time and got young him into that moment to where young him sacrificed himself, then old him never went back in time to do like
Yeah, so how the fuck was she just now she's indie? And when I say bitch, I don't mean the female or the actress. I mean literally the character, the position that they put that is dumb. That is fucking dumb. And for well,
And
I mean,
at what point
why.
now, granted, there's some
That's really cool.
like there's definitely occult stuff and there's some like mystical supernatural shit that happens, but there is mystical.
Watch so.
Yeah.
I was like,
Fucking but there's no like time travel. The closest you get is in the fourth shitty one with the crystal skulls where they were like alien skulls and it fucking did all this crazy shit. But there was still no time travel.
it's bad.
You can't just introduce something that
then-
drastic. That's a huge leap.
And then it's like it's a passing of the baton. It's like no, it's not. It's a cheap ass way for you to
keep
try
it-
and make easy fucking money on
Well,
some dumb
to
garbage
rehash
shit.
the franchise for a new fan base. But
Go buy the rights to Tomb Raider and do that properly. Get a chick with. I know nobody wants to hear that, but as a male, I like fighting. I like action. I like people doing shit intelligently. And I like when a woman does all that and she has a nice rack. The game was made in a time when what appealed to young boys, tits. She can have tits. You can use that as an advantage. You'd be surprised at how many femme fatales. We're dumb. Dudes are dumb.
Oh,
We're like,
yeah.
man, I hate that broad. And then you look over there, she's been topless for like 5 minutes. Man, those are nice tits. Why would she be doing this? And then right brain's like, I think the dude downstairs has the right idea. And it's left brain's like, hey, shut your fucking up. We got overridden. Where are you going? Oh, we're walking over there? What are you doing? Don't. Damn, we got shot.
Yep.
And it's all like, fuck. The tits, dude. But we were close enough. We're dumb. We are. You know how many people have been assassinated because we were like, man, that chick that fits all my criteria who came out of nowhere, literally came out of nowhere. And fucking, this is really weird. But you know what? Yeah, let's go. Let's go now. Hey,
Bro,
where's Anthony?
It doesn't even need
what
to be
happened
an
to
accident.
Anthony?
Dude, did
He
you,
died. The hooker
You've heard
killed him.
about that Chinese spy that was actually a dude disguised as a chick that had a long-standing relationship with, I think it was someone in the French embassy.
You know what would have been great? If Homeboy
Bro,
literally had
no.
a beard.
No, like I saw a picture,
mustache.
like looked feminine, but and when I say a relationship, a long-standing relationship, there was a sexual aspect to it. Homeboy even went and bought a child and said that it was their love child.
You gotta be a pretty dumb motherfucker.
Like,
First off.
fuck, I can't remember.
How amateur are you niggas? You're not gonna, like, hit this bitch with some radiation in her gut to make sure she can't get pregnant or something. You guys are, like, literally tops when it comes to government officials. That was a joke. But you could clearly, like, come into some agreement with, I don't know, an escort who understands what the fuck is going on and is like, pay me and I'll keep my fucking mouth shut. I'm not going to try and get more money out of you because I could be like, hey, hook me up with these other niggas, so all I got to do is this shit for another 2 years and I'm set. Bow. And I could call in favors. Hey, bruh. He was into it. He knew. He was into it. How you not know that nigga was a man? Get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
It's like, come on. Come on. You're dumber than dirt. He knew. He hella knew. You gotta be stupid to not know. I'll give you some in this day and age, yes. You will be hard pressed to be like, is that? You know, not Jenny Craig. What the fuck is her name? Jenny Jones and Ricky Lake and Maury and Jerry have all done shows where you're like, nah, that's a chick. That's a man? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
And that one
I
episode
applaud
of
the fucking surgeon. They
well, and An Idiot Abroad, them Thai motherfuckers got skill. He had his beard. It was in between ours, more closer to mine. And
it's still a beard.
the motherfucker put the makeup on dude, and you're like, that looks like a chick. I was like, holy shit. Like, you're a fucking magician. Holy shit.
Wow.
Like, and they were like, yeah, over years and years of doing it. I'm like, whoa. And homeboy was geisha did
Geisha-ed
up.
out.
So it was all like, okay. But when you seen him do Carl, because it's An Idiot Abroad, his name's Carl, whatever, his last name is important. But he was like, he was in the mirror like, dude, what the fuck?
That's nuts.
He was like, holy shit.
That's crazy.
That's why now when I look at some of these people who do the like special effects makeup, you're like,
oh yeah.
like, dude,
Some of them, it's just like-
that was really fucking
Like
good.
I
The shit
started
made
watching that one
smile.
show where like it was, I think it was on Sci-Fi Channel. or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah, Masked Up or whatever the fuck it was called.
where it's a bunch of
VFX.
yeah, visual effects people, and it's It's kind of like Ink Master or any of the cooking competitions out there. It's a competition show where they get on there, Forge and Fire, all that shit. They get in there and they have to fucking go through these stages to be able to win. And
I wonder if
Dude.
the Playboy channel does something like that, but, well, no, Playboy kind of failed. I mean, it's kind of hard with all the free
yeah,
shit that's going about now. They should have bought OnlyFans. They would have been making money.
dude, there's people that make millions on OnlyFans. It's nuts.
Some chick, literally, for an hour a day, just parades around like a dog.
And gets
20 grand a month. I'm like, bruh. In order to make 20K a month, I'm gonna have to sell dope.
right. Like, I mean, I know dudes are on OnlyFans too, but it is not the same level as
First
chicks.
off, what gay dude have you ever heard of paying for sex? That shit don't exist. It doesn't, unless it's coming to an arrangement that, a hetero dude or in that type of relationship where it's all like, hey, I'll pay you to do this. They're not. It's another dude. We're always trying to get off. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's not that hard for them. And chicks are like, yeah, hey, I have a vagina. All I gotta do is point. And you'll be like, okay. So, who the fuck is that?
Black China.
What the fuck does she do?
Well, that's on OnlyFans apparently.
Oh, shit. Hey, shit. Black China's making 20 million? Wait, isn't that,
16.2 million followers who pay $19.99 a month. She makes $20 million a month.
That's what's up.
And
Does she show shit?
I have no idea. I would have to, if you're paying $20 a month, I have to assume that you are.
You would have to be.
I would assume. I don't know if it's, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's hardcore stuff, but I have to assume that stuff's being shown. But if I remember right, she was claiming that she was going broke because she needed this huge fucking child support from Rob and Ty. No, is it Tyga? No, who's
That's Winnie the Pooh character.
not Tigger? Fuck, I can't remember who her other baby daddy is, but like they have the kid like 5 days a week. The fathers do. They have each of them have their kid
I
like
would
5 days a
not
week.
let that bitch
Pay for the
have
school,
any
pay
of
for
my
everything,
kids.
and it's like, so you're doing and you're making $20 million a month off of OnlyFans. And granted, I understand the way taxes work with something like OnlyFans, where you're independent. So you have to pay taxes out of that $20 million.
You still make a
You
lot
are
of money.
still making over $10 million a month. You're taking home over $10 million a month.
I'm like, no, homegirl, you're tripping. You are fucking tripping. Damn, can you imagine? I'm not even gonna say that on here. Get fucking slut shamed.
Bella
mean-
Thorne makes like $11 million a month.
Wow, does she? She kind of got screwed though, because I think they tried to touch her, or they did touch her when she was younger.
That wouldn't surprise me at all. That at all. At all.
Them.
That's,
First off,
I mean,
I don't
and it
believe-
sucks to fucking say that doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, it
and it's
does.
almost become an expectation. It's more of the rarity of especially females, but dudes too, especially children that make it through Hollywood that have had an extended child experience there and it wasn't a one-off, to make it out of there without something like that having happened. And it's sad to say that it is more rare for someone to make it out of that clean. And by clean, I mean just not having to deal with it.
Oh,
Than it is to think that it's almost expected.
remember how Nickelodeon, when we were kids, had the orange foot?
Mhm.
You want to know where that comes from?
What?
Homeboy's perversion. Swear to God.
No.
That's why they did a lot of shit with
Wow.
Amanda Bynes' feet. I'm like, why is this bitch always fucking barefoot? I'm
That
pretty
poor
sure.
fucking girl too.
pretty
Like
sure-
now she's
yeah.
a woman.
But
Now she's a woman, obviously.
if
But
you look
dude,
at her
she
mental
had
state,
she had
was
a
touched.
huge breakdown.
She was touched.
Like
She's
she
more
reached
than
a certain
touched.
point and she lost it, and
Yeah.
it sucks to see because she was funny.
Well, she annoyed the shit out of me. There's times where I'd be like, mute.
Yeah,
You're wearing something that I like, and then it would change. I would change it, but I can't. She just annoyed the shit out of me, and then I would flip through the channels, and then I'd stop on Disney Channel real quick for I don't know, was it Nickelodeon? My Cousin Skeeter. They had Megan
that's
Good.
that's
my
Nickelodeon.
God.
Cousin Skeeter.
That fucking woman is gorgeous as fuck.
Dude, there were some great shows on Nickelodeon. Cousin
There-
Skeeter being one of them.
Yeah, but that chick is still hot
Oh yeah,
as food.
she aged very well.
You know who else needs to quit it with the surgeries and shit and plastic and all that? Is Jada.
No, really.
Last time I seen her, I'm like, damn, homegirl, you look weird, nigga.
Careful, Will's gonna pop out and slap you.
I'll beat that nigga's ass. I am not Chris Rock, homeboy. I will fuck you up. Then I'll pull a Tupac and go fuck you. Nah. Go look into that though. Look into that.
Yeah.
Jada, Jada was
and-
with Will, sneaking out and going and spending time with Pac. I'm just saying.
and she like I and that's probably why they have such an open marriage, is because she doesn't love Will. She loved Pac.
She was in love with Pac. She was in love.
Dude, when he
with
got killed,
boy.
it hit her hard.
You gotta watch 30 Rock. Something happens. LL goes, man, wait till I tell Tupac about this. And then Alec Baldwin said, what? And then he said, I'd say nothing. Shut up. And then he said, okay. But when he said that, he said, and he looked at him and he's like, hey, 30 Rock's the shit. The only problem is I've heard a lot of shitty stories about Alec Baldwin. Like, just being a dick.
Yeah,
out
he,
of
like being a
nowhere.
fucking asshole, like an
Which
entitled.
I
piece of
like
shit.
him, but it's all like, all right. And no, it's not his fault
No.
that woman got killed.
No, it's not.
He didn't load the gun. He didn't ask to practice any of the shit for the camera. The chick, unfortunately, unknowingly, and the director were like, let's practice this. Aim it at us so we
And
can
he
see
and
what
this
the
is
fuck is going
and
on.
I feel like we've
Lining
touched
the
on this
shot up.
before, but if you are an actor and you're gonna be in a scene where you're handling a firearm,
You need to know.
you
how
need to
that firearm
like
works.
and that's on the studio too. Like if you're gonna have your talent handling weapons, make sure that they
There
have
was no
a
studio,
basic.
it was indie.
Well, if you're
So
a
they were doing shit-
if you're
they
a
were-
producer,
Well,
if
they,
you're
they
like,
hired somebody. They expected them to do it, but you
well,
yourself.
no, you need to.
need
What
to
I was
know.
going to say is as a production crew, as a studio, you need to make sure that your talent has at least a working understanding of the safety of said weapon. So in this case, firearm safety, always check to see if it's loaded, never point it at someone, like just all those steps.
Whenever you're handed a gun, you
Always
should always
make sure.
remove the fucking magazine.
Well, this was a revolver, so you would pop the cylinder.
Point the shit up. Or since it's, a revolver, well, even he wouldn't know. So point it up, open it, eject all the motherfucking shells, although, because it was a Western, was it a load gate? Or did they have...
That I don't know, but that is still on...
Because I have a 4440, which is
a load gate.
Yeah, it's a Cattleman, so it has the fucking load gate and the push bar. The ramrod it's still considered a ramrod. To eject the shell once it's fired, because then it opens up and it's harder to get out. And though
that thing was fun.
A blank round, I love that gun. A blank round is, you have a normal cylinder, and then instead of having the bullet come off, it is literally crimped with a little piece inside of it. Even that you shouldn't point at people, because when it's fired,
there's still force released.
Yes, and that little piece in front could come out. One of the metal, pieces that are crimped. It's not a solid piece. It's literally crimped shut, so when it explodes, it opens like that, but you still have that wad, so it opens.
And that's what gives you that.
And the gas comes out, so if there's anything in front of it or anything breaks off of that brass, casing,
if anything's shoved in the barrel, it'll fucking
come out
eject
and it's
out.
gonna hurt. And if there's an actual fucking bullet, because the dumbasses whose job it is to make sure that the gun is safe and not loaded with real rounds, firing real rounds.
I don't understand why there were real rounds loaded in the first place.
There should have never been real rounds on set.
So I don't understand that. But then on top of that, the person you hired to be in charge of the safety of these weapons left a loaded gun sitting there. Whether or not they knew that they were going to grab it, that doesn't matter. Unless you plan on using that motherfucker, it should be unloaded.
And every time you pick it up, unload the gun.
And that's
Any
where
revolver,
it's important.
You could pick it up and literally point it to the sky or point it down, and then look in the cylinder. You have the barrel, then you have the metal that houses the cylinder, and then you have the cylinder. In that little groove, you can literally see if there's any bullets in there. And you'll see it, because, I see the bullet. The casing is fucking brass, and the bullet is usually gray.
Yep.
It makes it real, especially with revolvers. And a revolver at the time was
Plus-
firing fucking mini balls.
Plus, unless it's got a guard in the front, you can see light if there is no round in the chamber.
It's like,
in the
dude,
cylinder.
it's very easy. Or you could just fucking literally empty the motherfucker, then practice firing the goddamn gun, which is what should have been done.
And that's where it's
ever
that's
point
the
a
only,
gun at
like
somebody.
that falls on everyone. It's if you're going to be handling firearms, and I understand he is an avid anti-gun individual,
Which is why he had no idea.
and which is absolutely his right. That is fine. Guns are not for him. I don't appreciate people that have that view, putting it on other people. That goes for everything. You know what I mean? Like, you're allowed to have your opinion on something. It does not need to be mine. And one of us might be wrong.
But let me tell you, if a lot of people are armed, a lot less people tend to do stupid shit.
But if, knowing that he is, you should have walked through him numerous times how to make sure that the firearm is not loaded. And that's...
Every time I hand you the gun, you need to be able to unload it without my help and without incident. You need to be able to handle your fucking... Anytime you're operating any machinery, you need to understand how to operate it. Not just, figure it out.
Even if you're just operating it for entertainnment purposes, for visual purposes, you're still operating it.
And shit, I would want to know what's in here.
Yeah.
Because I could tell, I'd be able to be like, oh no, who the fuck? This got a primer, dude. What the hell's going on? It's a live round.
Yep.
It's pretty easy to tell a real bullet from a fake bullet, especially after you shoot it. Makes
Yeah.
it real easy. But yeah, I feel bad for Alec on that. You know, he shouldn't have been. You know, he shouldn't be liable for that. In all honesty, the people that need to be liable are the people who are hired for fucking safety. And it's like, well, the studio, or not the studio, but the people who are the producers, and it's all like, yeah, if you have a budget that's this big, you are going to pay people who fit within that fucking
Yep.
budget. The company whose job it was to ensure the safety of everybody, that is who is liable. Those are
Yeah.
the people who need to be responsible for that woman's death, because that was the moron. You figure out who's firing this gun. Who's the last person to load it? Oh, it wasn't me. Well, who was
Somebody did.
It was the three of us. So one of you three motherfuckers did it. Now I could send all three of you down, or one of you could snitch and two of you go down, or the one person who did it and
Come
forgot
forward
to
and
load
fucking-
it come fucking forward, and it's manslaughter. You know, I can't believe that you would do that.
Yeah.
I literally, it's beyond me.
No, absolutely.
I
It's
know-
fucking
I
ridiculous.
know
Like,
plenty of gun owners who do keep their guns loaded, but there is not one in the chamber. They're like, if I need it, then I'm
and that's the
going
thing
to
with the
get
revolver. That is there's no choice. It's in the
No,
chamber.
it's in the chamber. You could do the old Western trick where you leave one empty, and that's the way you rock. That way, if anything does happen, you know it's the hammer is falling on an empty tube.
But even then, in this situation, you're running practice shots.
Where he's
There's a good
literally
chance, and there's a good chance that, okay, empty chamber. We're gonna run another. We'll do it one more time. Reset. Now it's not an empty chamber.
and they're literally staring down the barrel of it.
It's like why were they were trying to get a shot. We've all seen that shot. But usually it's on larger budget films where the safety crew is harsher than OSHA.
Yeah, because that was ridiculous. That was effarn ridiculous to happen. I was
Yeah.
like, wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy. Crazy.
Crazy.
You know no Screwface? Screwface, give me 1,000 death worth than you. I love that movie. Even though it's a Seagal movie, it's a great, stupid movie. It's a great, stupid movie. All his
No.
movies are stupid. Marked for Death.
Marked for Death. I was like, no, it's not above the law.
Above the Law. Above the Law is another good one. It has that other guy. Damn, I forget his name. But he plays a good bad guy. He was in something else too. As a bad guy. What's his name?
Is above the law
He has-
one the
he
one with
has
like the
mustache. Dude with the mustache. Gino! Gino!
that's the one where they kill his family, right?
Yeah, I think. God, that guy cannot act to save his life.
No.
Go look up Your Mom's House, Al Franken podcast. Well, Your Mom's House podcast, Al Franken was on. And he wrote for SNL when Seagal was on. And they were like, dude, that guy is totally full of himself.
Didn't he get banned after that, or they never?
Oh yeah, they were like he's the worst SNL host they've ever had. They were
That's
like, nah,
crazy.
bro, you can't. They're all giving that's not funny. Joke ideas, that's not funny. That's not funny. Here's an idea. I go and there's a 18-year-old chick and I knock out her boyfriend and then we go and we make out. And that's the skit. Get the fuck out of here, you little. You annoying ass motherfucker. Shut up before I call Van Damme and have him come beat your ass. That's
Dude.
literally what I'd be like, hey, or you see him, Mr. Van Damme. Mr. Van Damme, can I get your autograph? If I ever meet Van Damme, I'd be like, hey, how bad do you want to beat homeboy's ass? And did he move to Russia because he's afraid of you? Like, do you really think he left Hollywood not because of the mob, but because... And apparently his career is because of the mob. They wanted
Really?
to launder some money, so they used his little stupid ass to launder
No
some
shit.
cash. Yep. He broke up with the wife. He went to Japan. Her dad is the one that owned the Aikido studio. So that's how he did that.
He
Moved
did
to-
that.
Yeah, he moved to America, got with a chick. I want to say he married her, or divorced homegirl and then married her like right after. He's a douche. Cheating on her the whole time. It's all like, come on.
I mean, that's
man.
not surprising though. Like, in all honesty, that's not surprising
Look
at
at
all.
him.
Like,
Look at him, fake ass motherfucker. And he's from Fresno, so that makes sense.
oh, he's from Fresno, really?
Well, he's born somewhere and then they moved to Fresno. And I was like, that makes a lot of sense. If you ain't from America, Fresno's a shithole. It really is. It really is.
I every
Honestly-
time Seagal gets brought up, I just can't get past him running.
Yeah, him running is hilarious.
If you've, and I know we've talked about it at some
Or
point.
him and his jackets. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
his
in
leather jackets with the fucking fringe.
Hey, I love Fire Down Below because of how ridiculous that fucking movie is. That movie is ridiculous. It's like this fucking dude is out of his goddamn gourd. And it has Chris Christopherson in it. So it's
Yeah.
like, alright, that's pretty, that dude's cool.
And it's in Alaska, which is fucking awesome. I like Alaska.
No, that one's in Kansas.
No?
It's not Alaska. Fire Down Below? It's not. You're fucking thinking of,
It's, no. No.
you're thinking of,
No, you're thinking of a different one. Am
what
I?
the fuck is it called?
Because there's the one where it's like the oil fucking derricks.
Yeah, man, what the fuck is that one called? That's the one where he uses the 2-liter silencer.
Yes.
Duct tape 2-liter silencer. Me and my dad were like, what? Nah, get the
Oh,
fuck
wait,
out
that's
of here.
right. Fire Down Below's the toxin one.
Yeah.
What the hell's the other one
The
called?
mine where they've been burning shit in the mine for a long time. We burnt that old,
On Deadly Ground.
yeah, on deadly ground. There we go. Fucking dude.
Fucking, and then you got Under Siege, where he's a fucking former Navy SEAL that's now a cook.
Like, what? What? Normally you're a cook, then you become a Navy. That's literally how that goes. They're like, I don't give a shit about any of this naval crap. Well, you know, being on a naval ship. Just give me what the fuck I gotta do till I'm qualified to go be a SEAL. And that's what a lot of them do. They go become
But in this,
cooks
he's a
and then
SEAL that
F off.
becomes the head cook on the fucking ship. He was the captain's choice, blah, 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 blah. And Tommy Lee Jones is the bad guy in that one.
He had me the fuck up in that movie, too.
Yeah, he did.
But
Yeah,
apparently
he did.
he did not like Jim Carrey because Jim Carrey was stealing all the motherfucking screen, and Tommy Lee hates it. I am the one that fucking gets the screen time. I steal the screen when I'm on it, and Jim Carrey's like, all right, fucking sneaking about, and it's all like this motherfucker.
He was a pretty good Riddler. He was a pretty good Riddler.
Tommy Lee Jones, I was like, oh, he's a bitch like that.
That's
But yeah, I was all like, I looked at him a little different. I was like, that's straight bitch shit. Like, that is legit straight bitch shit.
yeah.
Well, up your game then, nigga. And
Bro.
I think that's essentially what I think the director told him was like, well, up your game, nigga. Like, what the fuck you want me to do? You pissed off?
Was that
'cause he
still Tim
fucking-
Burton, or was that the one after Tim Burton?
It may have been. I think Tim Burton only did the one. And then someone
No,
else.
I thought he did the first.
No, I think he did. He may have did two, but I think he was pissed at, and he was like, "Nah, I'm cool." He's like, "I ain't coming back.
I'm
Fuck
done.
you guys." Yeah,
Yo,
it's
fuck.
too much. There's too much mandate. I like how I'm responsible for its success, but you get to determine what's going to be in the next movie. Oh, I'm sorry. So, did you catch lightning in a bottle, or did I? Oh, I gave you money for it. Again, did I catch lightning in a bottle, or did you?
Yeah.
Because last time I checked, I was on set doing this, that.
I
this,
put everything into that
that.
creative spot to make it happen.
That's the problem with-
I shot it. I directed how it was going to be edited.
Edited. It'd be like that.
Man, it just be one of them days. I mean, it's been a long
Hey, that's
fucking
the
day.
public school system, man.
It's been a long day. But yeah, dude, that fucking yeah. And it's not rare in that realm.
No,
either.
and that's now why you're getting Indiana Jones 5. Because you got people like Kathleen Kennedy who literally, you don't know what you're doing, homegirl. Your money. Go get the fucking money.
You're good at that. You're good at that.
A very vital fucking part of making movies.
It's a huge part of it.
You are not creative. That is not your job. You are not George. You are not Steven. You did not go to the film schools they went to. Your husband did not go to any of the film schools they went to. You are not a part of literally the one and only directors group that has ever existed. You don't come from that ilk. You literally only got your position, and I'm going to say this, and I don't give a shit if people get mad, because you were fucking the dude who is friends with Steven Spielberg. Don't mince anything. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, we know Hollywood.
And then you got into the role of being the money, like the bag person.
You were good at that.
And you were really good at that.
You were good at that. There's nothing to take away from that. You even helped James Cameron do some shit on Terminator. You've been around. You've helped make.
You have a role in Hollywood.
Yes,
it is just not the
creative.
one. Yeah, exactly.
You don't get
You're not an artistic individual. You do not have that within you. But you are a financial person,
and you can drop.
Absolutely have that in you.
And you could drop one or two little. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. But you helming the whole story, no, that's not you.
You're allowed to, give suggestions. I mean, that's pretty normal. You've secured the funds. You can give suggestions, but that's all they are.
And there's ways of going about. If you wanted to do your brand of, woke shit. The Force is female, which it's not male or female.
It's genderless.
You're literally making something that has nothing to do with our ideology, something about our ideology. And again, which goes to show me you don't understand storytelling. George literally made something timeless. Leia was a feminine and is a feminist icon. I was like, man.
Oh yeah.
Fuck the shit out of this chick. And I was like, 5. Look at how boss she is. Look, they're confused. And she, man, give me this shit. Blah, 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 blah. Lock the door. Let's go. Quit fucking around, nigga. I got shit I gotta do. And you're just sitting there like,
dude, she was a G.
She was awesome. Wonder Woman. Loved fucking Linda Carter. God damn. She is still bad, dude. Seriously. But, damn it. Fucking little brain started taking over. It was like, Linda Carter. God damn.
Show derailed by Linda Carter.
And you know who else is hot? Joan Severance. She's, that was my first pair of boobs that I seen. See no evil, hear no evil.
Oh, yeah. The
first time I was all like, what? Because she was wearing, oh shit, Kevin Spacey's in that movie too. I forgot about that. And
damn, is he? I gotta rewatch that movie. It's been hella long.
She's wearing this black lace number with she's shoulder padded out with her. It
was 80s. It was shoulder padded out.
It was a red fucking jacket, and she opens it, and she's trying to get him to do something. And she's wearing that lace thing, and you can have like her tits were just popping out. I was like fucking 7, and I'm just like, what, dude? It's funny. They got a hot chick. I seen her boobs.
It was the 80s, dude.
And then, like, towards the end of the movie, she comes out to grab the bag, and she got soap all over her face, and you see her tits hanging. I was all like, yes. Yes. And my dad was all like, oh, I fucking like that, don't you, little nigga? And I was literally like, whoa, man, hold on. Let me get closer to the TV. I gotta examine this. None of that equipment works yet, but fucking the dudes were down the hall like, get it working. Turn it on.
It's time.
I don't know what we're going to do, but fucking something's telling me we got to turn all this goddamn machinery up. I was like, yeah. And then for my 5th grade... How old are you in 5th grade? Whatever. 10?
Like 11, 12?
Yeah. I got...
So I'm trying to think. I think I turned 12 in 6, so 11, I think.
Yeah, I got Playboy with Pam. Took that shit to elementary school and it was a rainy day too. I'm like, man, I did that shit perfect. Silent. No one knew. No one had any idea. Called every boy in the class up. Come check your shit out. Look what my uncle gave me. Shut up. Don't say nothing. And they come and they look and I show them the top and they're like, oh, it's Playboy. I'm like, nigga, you don't even know. Baywatch is blaring. It is blaring. Everybody's like, and then I pull it up and they're like, oh, that's Pam. And then you lift it. Not only, I think Baywatch may have just ended.
No.
And,
Baywatch.
yeah, in fifth grade, yeah, I was still going.
It was still going. I actually just looked up something. What was I looking up? And I was like, damn, Baywatch ran that long?
Yeah,
it ran to like 02 or 04 or some shit like that?
Okay, yeah, because we got into middle school like 2000.
It was 99, 2000. No, 99, 2000 was sixth grade. Sixth grade.
Oh, okay, so it was 98.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh man, everybody was like, oh, I want to say it was like around Christmas. It's like one of those editions. I'm not sure, but yes. Yes. We all do. Everybody sees. I have everybody come up and Twain, bro, you're an asshole. I mean, we're all kids, and he got excited. He already seen the motherfucking magazine. He's like, oh shit, he's like, Daryl got a Playboy, motherfucker. Right at that time, the teacher wasn't in the room.
Right then.
The fucking dude, Raphael, comes walking by. He should have fucking ignored it, asshole. And he was like, what? And came in and he looked at it and he's like, oh, you gotta come with me. I'm like, you motherfucker, you got my magazine taken away. I didn't care about getting in trouble. You got my magazine taken away. You got a fucking Playboy taken away. The internet, it existed.
It existed, but not. We didn't have computers sitting in our
fifth grader, nigga. I'm a poor fifth grader. You see what I mean? That's to emphasize how poor I was. We're so poor, I couldn't even think about a computer. Nah. But, yeah, the shit, I mean, you couldn't do anything on the computer even when you had it, other than play Oregon Trail, which they have an updated version that it's like it's $30, and little me's are like, buy it. I know you got my wallet.
I didn't even realize that was like they had redone it in $30. Now little me is like,
what?
You need to get that.
What?
You need to get that.
And they updated it, so there's a little bit more nuance to it. Yeah, dude, I'm like, oh, I want to play.
Fuck you.
That game was great. I remember playing it, just murdering animals. Just murdering
dude, I would hunt like a motherfucker.
They're like, we're full. We're maxed out. And I'm just like, I'm an American. Die.
When we'd go to fucking town, I would load up on ammo and firearm. I would have barely anything else.
I wouldn't buy food.
No.
Just
I'm going to get
give me repair equipment. Give me, the shit we need to farm. And just a fuck ton of ammo. We'll get our food.
Every day I would reach the max in fucking hunting.
And be like, we're good. Get there. I remember getting that game down. I wouldn't lose anybody. I'm a boss.
My favorite, though, was when you just fucking randomly got dysentery.
Yeah. Dysentery ain't fun. On the trail, bro.
Well, it was game over. It's like you got dysentery.
You died. It's like, oh. I remember one run.
And for those of you who are unaware,
we barely got out
dysentery is basically just uncontrollable bowel movements of the
ass
nth
leaking.
Kind.
Your ass is just leaking. It's straight. Just
your ass vomits constantly and uncontrollably.
Don't want it.
Yeah.
I just recently found out that, a lot of the Victorian people from, Victoria. England, they had it bad.
Really?
Now, imagine all these homes you see here, most of them are going to be turned into lightweight hotels. Now, if you're poor, you're going to have something called a penny sit down. That means you pay a motherfucking penny to sit down off the floor. Bitch, don't you fucking go to sleep. This is a penny sit down, not a motherfucking 2 penny lay down. Legit. And if you're a high-fluting son of a bitch, you got 4 motherfucking pennies, you can sleep in the coffin. Legit. With a burlap sack, which kept you warm. But if you don't have that, and you're about middle of the road, this is where the 2 pennies come in, you can do a rope stand. These motherfuckers hung a rope in an empty room, nigga, and motherfuckers sleep on the rope. I'm like, damn.
Wow.
There were less humans then. How the fuck do you let that happen? I would have just been like, alright, look, I'm just gonna build a big ass house for a couple of you niggas to live in. Don't fuck it up. Yeah, they had and workhouses or sleep houses or whatever the fuck they called them. If you were poor and you didn't have any money, you had nowhere to sleep, they'd be like, all right, you go there, but you have to work off, the food you're given and the room that you're given. You can't work that off. You have no money. How are you going to pay them back? They're paying you in food and board. But you owe them for food and board. So it's all like you're racking up debt. And then basically it's like a jail. Then you get sent to jail and they charge you for your food. And then it's like you're in debt. You're going to jail. Say, well, hold up, bitch. If I'm in debt, how the fuck do you expect to get your money if I'm knocked the fuck up? It's stupid.
Yeah.
The way they did shit was dumb.
It's really not that far off from what happens.
What they're doing now.
Yeah, exactly. Well, look at the housing market. You've got, what were you telling me earlier? That there's robo fucking...
Oh yeah, now these companies are using algorithms and, third-party networks to computers.
Just to buy up houses.
To buy housing. So it's all like, dude,
so you're making it even more difficult for the average person to buy a home.
And then if you're
beyond the fact that it's already difficult enough to get a loan because there are a lot of steps to it and a lot of requirements, and you need to have money to be able to to put money down to get a loan to borrow to buy for the house.
No, you don't. That's a lie.
It's just...
See, the problem is, again, this is why you need actual regulation. You can't let fucking these Republicans and these
you can't have shit like Hannity with, what was it, 30,000 homes?
30,000 homes when the housing market went up. And that's another thing. You're allowing these people to cause these fucking bubbles so that when they explode all the shit that we worked for, they could come in and snag. And then
you look at the bubble burst in, like, what was it, 01? No, the one in 01. The first one. It's 2000 or 2001. Because there was all this, the market was flush with all this new money from all the jump in technology. So all the early .coms and stuff where you have all these new millionaires and, 100,000-aires, fucking people, all of a sudden there's all this money coming in. So, and there's all this new housing being done, all these new developments and stuff. And people are buying houses with zero down and 0% interest, but it's a variable rate, so that 0 is going to jump to 5, which increases your payments exponentially, and then it's going to jump to 20. And if you can't pay that, we're just going to take that house back.
Yep.
And that's what happened. And then these entities, whether it's now you have hedge funds buying homes, you have Zillow buying up homes, even though their whole thing is supposed to be just putting you in contact with what's out there.
No, I make more money off of renting it out and you not ever being able to buy a home.
It's like the thing that a lot of people say. It's like, so how is it like I'm not getting approved for this loan because you don't think I can afford $2,000 a month in my mortgage, but I'm paying $2,200 a month in rent.
Yeah.
So how am I not getting? So I could pay $2,200 on their mortgage, but I can't pay $2,000 on my mortgage. Is that what you're Yeah. I'm going to be making the same exact amount of money, so I could actually pay you back more, and you could get your money faster if you approve it.
Yeah, but if I dick you around this other way, then I fuck you out of money.
Yep.
And in any other way that I want.
I mean, really, the system is set up like that. You have companies automatic, like having algorithms and systems to where they just, house for sale, put money in. It's just like using a fucking stock on your phone. Buy, sell, buy. It just automatically does it. You set it up to automatically do it. It's like with certain programs and with stock trading where you can set buy if it drops below this, sell if it gets to this point. They're doing that with houses. Buy if it's down here, and then turn around and sell it when it's up here.
Well,
and in between, we'll rent it out.
And when the shit's gonna crash because you're friends with the people who operate the system that fucking allows it to crash. So they're gonna let you know, do this. The same
and then
thing
even the ones who
don't,
with the housing market, you have enough money assets, not even money, because you take out loans on it, but you have the assets for the loan. The banks will okay it at a ridiculously low rate. So you have enough assets in your possession to where when the market drops, even if you're not ready for it, but you're anticipating it coming, you can get those at that point, and you still have enough assets where you can hold on to those until they appreciate in value, and then you just turn around and flip them.
Sometimes they don't even flip them.
No, they just rent them out.
Like
you
honestly,
have like groups that are buying hedge funds and shit that are buying up houses, and they're not selling them or renting them. They're Airbnb-ing them.
Yeah, and that is another thing. I wouldn't. It started here in San Francisco,
and
I wouldn't have allowed it. I would have been like, no, that's what hotels are for. Oh, well, now people can make, but that's not what's going to happen. What's going to happen?
Yeah, the concept of it started off where it's like homes,
just for that purpose.
It started off where it was like if they have an in-law unit or something like that, that's what boom. No, they started taking houses off of the rental market and the sale market to do short-term rentals.
Now, fucking that Verbo thing.
Yeah.
You could, dude. Their fucking marketing thing is, don't stay in a poor area. Stay at a Verbo home where rich people live. It's like, damn, them niggas are legit saying that.
Like, without saying it, they're saying it.
Yeah.
If you've seen the commercials.
This ain't for poor people. Come stay at Verbo homes. It's like, or
they're staying at like
money,
mansions
why don't
and shit.
you just rent a fucking house like, normal rich people do?
It's
fucking annoying.
It is.
Because I'm all about I am a capitalist. I grew up in a capitalist motherfucking system. Pretty much every relative I've had, every male relative I had, has dabbled in, street entrepreneurship. Be it dope, women, or fucking anything else you could procure your hands on.
Clothing, shoes.
Unfortunately, the removal of some life. Those people are dead, though, because you know how that goes. But, that's the same thing. It's just like, someone who you hire the services of, life removal, mercenary. You're selling dope, pharmaceutical.
Yep.
You're out there hustling, picking up, hot products. That's just moving merchandise.
Yep.
Selling women. That's fucked up. I don't believe in it, but that's also selling a fucking
service.
That is a non-perishable good. Let me tell you, I've known a lot of chicks that hustle and they make a lot of money because a lot of dudes are pretty, especially if they're hard up. It's pretty easy to get a nigga off. She literally told me, I got this motherfucker to pay for a Gucci bag, belt, and wallet. None of her holes went on him. She used her hand and her, talking. And homeboy, blop, bye. Before he even knew it was gone, she was out the house. Boom. Hustling. That's capitalism.
Yeah.
That's what I believe in. Hey,
not this corporate socialist shit that we have today where...
But it goes to show you have to have, regulation. If it was slightly more regulated and he was, intelligent, but that's what you're going to have. You're going to have people who are hard up and they want something. There needs to be some type of consumer protection. And unfortunately, in that realm, you don't have it, which is why she was able to gaffle that nigga. Now, if there was some consumer protection, he would have got what he wanted. She would have got, partially, she would have got what she wanted. Because, I mean, that's something that is, that does kind of take away from something. An easy job. The same with dope. You don't really, I've known people who you're like, damn, there's an old trick that, you get your weed, you put it out on a cookie sheet, and you take, if it's garbage weed, this is an old school trick from the 80s, and maybe even fucking
probably
earlier,
90s,
and you take a spray bottle, and you put the Coca-Cola in the spray bottle, put the top back on, and you spray the weed, and then you put it in the oven very low, just enough, and you keep your eye on it so it dries the Coca-Cola onto the bud, and then when you pull it out and people grab it, all the shit's sticky, Tastes like Coca-Cola too, like, right? Little
that's
shit
my special
like that.
blend.
And shit, just watch Cops or any fucking, you know, real cop program where they're all like, oh, this is this. If it turns this color, it means there's rat poison. If it turns this color, it means that. You know, if it floats, it's this. If it does that, it's that. And then you look at Coke, you're like, oh,
dude, the stuff they cut that shit with.
Yeah, you do not want to play. It's all
Don't ever trust your dealer when he says, oh, this shit's pure. That shit ain't pure.
It ain't, nigga.
It ain't pure.
It is the cheapest I've ever seen it. And you're going to tell me that this is pure. Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of it. I bet you are, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, I bet you are. You know, that's why you need regulation. You can't have these hedge funds and all these dudes who literally, they've never truly worked for anything.
No.
They came out and I'm not knocking them for that.
No. That's the luck of the draw.
But we also
like, as far
know,
as that aspect goes, that's just luck of the draw. That happens.
and we know that humans, when you don't work for shit and you have, you know, damn near
It doesn't
an
feel
endless
this.
source
It's
of
not.
shit,
Yeah.
you could just stack it to the point where I'm going to win regardless because I have enough money. If I lose, I have enough money to recoup. You know, I'm just going to keep doing this until it works because it's literally not costing me.
It's like
one
Homeboy you were telling me
percentage.
about.
What are you talking about?
That you sent me that shit for that I still haven't finished watching it. Homeboy that bought up all the fucking whalebone.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Timothy Dexter. Look at him. Look up that guy. You're literally
And
going
that's
to be
like...
yeah, that's what you get. You get someone who's all like, I have so much money that I could just keep making these bets. If I lose, it doesn't matter.
But when I
If
hit,
it hits,
I hit.
I really hit. And when you literally born into that system, and I don't want to hear anybody say anything about, well, you could. No, you can't. We're literally coming out of an age where there was no middle class. There was no mobility. Bitch, I ain't allowing you to move anywhere. We slowly got out of that. They're working their way back to it. You know, you could see it, especially here in America and most definitely in China. A lot of their youth are like, okay, so I do all of this shit. I work hard to the bone. And I have nothing to show for it. That's what we're doing here. I'm doing all this shit. You told me do all this like the boomers. The problem with the boomer is wherever they got help, they got a leg up, they got lucky, they turn around and they pervert, corrupt that system, that avenue, so that anyone else coming up from it is either going to get fucked or now they're going to get all the benefit. They were given help and they don't believe in helping anyone else.
It's the same the same mentality as someone who is an immigrant and says close the borders.
A lot of them do it to their kids. Yeah.
It's the same mentality as someone who goes to another country, and I'll use this country since we're here, comes here and then says close the borders. You literally benefited from it, and then you also were able to, like, you came here and you achieved the quote unquote American dream. You became, you know, somewhat self-made. Now it's close it.
Yeah.
It's
or the other thing that I have a problem with, and I grew up in San Francisco, so, you know, there's no getting around. I grew up with Asians. I have no problem with them. You know, I love the culture. But one thing that I cannot stand is this Asian hate, like in the Bay Area. Oh, Asians are afraid to leave their homes. Where?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about? I see them all the time. There's no animosity. There's no fear. There's nothing. If anything, these motherfuckers are bold. You know?
And some of the
literally,
incidences,
and a lot of it is, it's a cultural thing. A lot of them are, you know, legit Chinese immigrants who don't get, you don't literally cut me off and then stand right in front of me and then fucking act like everything's cool. Bro, there's room all around us to fucking being a dick for. And then look at you confused. Oh. Yeah, it's about to die.
Yeah, we're about to
and
lose
that's a
camera.
cultural thing. That is a legit cultural thing. And that's a problem.
Well, and then
because when you do
part
that,
of it is
then
a lot of the incidences that they're
why you're getting
the incidences that they're using to exemplify it are elderly Asian people that get jumped by thugs, by criminals,
which isn't right.
It's not right.
And
but
a lot of that
part of the reason that they're doing it is
third.
because a lot of times they're carrying cash.
Well,
Like-
not only are they
like-
carrying cash,
But they're targeting elderly people because they're easy targets.
yeah.
That's why it's you don't see too often where it's a younger individual.
And that
they go
was-
after these especially like elderly.
And they're younger
age-
kids
Yeah.
going after. So it's first off, it's youth, and then on
It's
top
like you're
of that,
when we say younger, it's like between 15 and like
yeah,
20.
a lot of them are sub
Yeah.
18. And then a lot of it, and trust me, I had family members, and I grew up lightweight on 3rd. That was primarily an area where they said, blacks, I don't like you, keep your ass in the irradiated zone. Then, when they were like, we're going to start revitalizing this area, well, unfortunately, once more Asians started moving into it, it's
Yeah.
about to die.
Well, camera fucking died on us, so we just finished recording all the shit on the audio stuff only. So anything you missed, jump over to Spotify. There was like probably 15 minutes, 10 minutes. I don't fucking know. It took hella long for this camera to get anything. But
There's a piece of drool like about to come out.
But hit that subscribe, like, comment down below. We'll see if we can't get this shit together. Maybe get a fucking larger battery on this bitch or something. Although we went longer than usual. So, hey, subscribe, like, comment, all that shit. Later.
Peace.